Honestly, mate, all I want is a latte. The service in here is absolutely shocking. Costa is better than this. I ordered me latte about 5 minutes ago. She just went off to get some cream and marshmallows. No idea what she's doing. Why am I in a bad mood? Mate, why am I in a bad mood? We've just won the Euros, right? Well, there's a certain part of the press, a particular paper, for one, that is just hounding me like I'm Graham Taylor and I didn't get the country to the World Cup in 1994. Do you remember when they stuck a cabbage or a turnip on top of his head in the paper? Have you seen it? The twat in a hat. I mean, they are hounding me like I'm the worst thing since sliced bread after everything I've done. I mean, it's just one small section, but it gets to you, mate. And it's annoying me. To be honest with you, the cheeky bastards. Anyway, forget this coffee. We have got somewhere special to go. We need to get home, get suited and booted, and get to our ceremony.
Oh, you've got to love the British press. The tabloids are tearing them apart. And do you know why, Mr. Wolf? Well, that's because I now own the tabloids.
So after the glory of our victory in Euro 2036 in Germany, we had a little trip to Buckingham Palace where Tim of that Euro winning squad became subdued and the manager, myself, became subdued. And of course, my young squire, for his services to column placement, the CCPO, received an OBE. So yes, welcome to episode 14. I'm subdued. You might notice I have no captain because, if you saw the end of the last episode, subdued, I love that, stepped down as captain, but he's going to continue playing. So David Beasley, who is the vice captain, I'm going to promote him because he's the best one and everybody loves that. But as always, thank you very much for returning, and thank you for returning for our road trip to hopefully the World Cup in South Africa in 2038. As always, show me some support. It's very early. I've had to get up early because, you know, there's lots to get through and hopefully do in this episode. Smash that thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, if you haven't already, and hit that bell and you'll never miss anything I do. So I was looking back over my last 2 years as England manager and I've really enjoyed this. I always get, you know, a bit meh about international management. I don't know if it's because it's England, I don't know, which a fair play to some of you who are not English. Thank you for watching. But I was just looking back on my 2 years and I realised I haven't been beaten yet. That's my first game, 8-0 in 2034. And then 2035, I won everything apart from my draw in the qualifiers for Europe against Turkey. And then this year, won my friendlies, I drew with Sweden when I B-teamed it and gambled in the group stages. I've won. That though, after Spain, look at that. I mean, we rode our luck a lot. I've rode my luck a lot as England manager. Can this continue? Can I go undefeated all the way to a World Cup final? Firstly though, we have to get through the Nations League, which again, the FA don't class as important, but again, I'll try and win it. I'm not going to go out there to lose. This is my group though, Norway, who I think were semi-finalists, got Serbia, who have played before, and Poland. But can we do it? Well, yeah, by the 16th of November, the group stage was over. We topped it, played 6, and I won 6. And I'll be honest with you, it's a bit easy, really. I mean, there's one Norway game at home, which is a bit tight, and I suppose both Norway games were. But we had some great results. The Poland game, I really, really enjoyed. But what I wanted to do over these next 2 years with this kind of tournament is no one's really retired. Saka's still available, although he's a bit old now. He's like 36. I think Jude's more like the elder statesman, right? But they'll have a few other like players. I just want to try them out because, you know, the World Cup, if we get there, it is 2 years away. So I really want to do well in that. I'm not saying I'm going to win it, but I really want to do well, get far into it. I think what I do have at this club, I was going to say, with England is some really fantastic players who played together before I got here. They're still there. They're front line. They're not old. It's defensively. I think things are looking a little bit better for me. Because in defence, I've got Mark Bradford, who's probably the best centre-half in the country, right? Plays for Manchester United. He's 25. He's decent. Now, we had Hodcroft, who I think's gone out to Germany. He's not in this squad. He was injured. And he was the lad I've been playing for the last 2 years to partner Bradford, who couldn't get a game for United, but he's gone out to Germany, like I said. But George Armstrong kind of came out of nowhere, and he played for me a little bit. He's at Liverpool. He's only 23, and he's probably the second best one. And that's just something weird, because I think England always usually has decent centre-halves, and we haven't got loads of them. And there's a few other lads who are kind of coming through. I've got a couple of fullbacks coming through. But really, it's that front line with Sir Jude, who at 33 is still amazing. He can alternate his partners in midfield, but it's this lot. Jared, who's usually my number one. We've got Shaquille Van Persie on the left, who's been brilliant. David Beasley's now the captain, still at West Ham. And Dimitris, who's at United. And they are great together. And they've played together now so much. Now, I knew he was at City. I thought he transferred to Juve. I didn't really look into it that much. And he did pretty well at Juventus. He was tearing it up. He was on loan. He goes back to City for this season. And they hardly play him. Not much, really. And then he gets loaned out to Roma. And I think he's going to make a permanent move there. He's not a world-class striker. But for me in England, he's very important. Now, I'm probably going to miss out on him a little bit, but I found Stuart Moffat. I've given him 2 little cap appearances. He's been in nearly every squad as a third keeper from being 16, right? He's now 18. He starts to play for Arsenal a bit this year. I think he's definitely the future in goal. Let's move on to the 26th of March, 2037. The FIFA World Cup qualifying sections have been unveiled, and we're in Group E with Bulgaria, Israel, Latvia, and Sweden. Now, you may remember in the Nations League a while ago now, we got Portugal in the semis, and I said it was closer than the scoreline. Said I felt lucky in that game, and we beat Portugal 3-0, and then we were very lucky in the final, where we beat Germany, who were better than us, on penalties, which is a bit random to say. So the Nations League semi-final was drawn. Who do you think we've got? Yes, Portugal, and look at that, Turkey have knocked France out. So if I could get past Portugal, we had a great chance of retaining it. But no, yes, I have suffered my first defeat, and it was in the Nations semi-final against Portugal in a great game. I mean, look who scored 2 goals really quick. Mr. Foden, you might remember him, one of my last big signings at Getafe. Great player for Portugal. We got back into it. Drew level. It's pretty equal. And then Portugal nicked it off me. It was going to happen at some point. And I thought, oh, that's okay. And then I didn't realise this. You have to do a 3rd place in playoff against France. Who thought, it's France, right? Well, they've got beat off Turkey. Who a good team. Well, I've got past Turkey a few times. I didn't expect this. I mean, look, they played all right, didn't they? But how well did we play? Well, look at that for a team performance. Amazing. Right then, it's very early. Don't feel all that with it. I'll be honest with you, it's that early. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm up for this. So we need to get through it because it could be a lot to do. And here we are. It's the 15th of November now, 2037. And this is the qualifying section, Group E, which of course we topped and won all 8 games. Proper chuffed. I mean, look at that Latvia game. Wow. I'm just going to show you there. Look, 3-1 against Sweden, 5-0, 10-0 against Latvia. 5-0 against Israel, 4-1 Sweden, 4-2, 4-1, 9-0 Latvia. We were bloody believable. And we didn't even have a guy in the top 3 goal scorers, which shows you that it was a team performance. Goals from anywhere. It can hit you from anywhere. That's my excuse. But Ryan Allen there, number 2. Some player in. See him later. Never seen him before. He's amazing. Anyway, Germany have got through. The Netherlands, Italy, Spain, us, Portugal, France, Hungary, Croatia and Denmark. Look at Scotland just missing out. Now in the Euros, and you do this normally when you play international football, you have a bigger squad, then you cut it down. And it's a 30-man squad, you have them for a week, you do nothing, and then you kick 4 players out, which is pretty simple. For the World Cup, I had to pick a 55-man squad that I would eventually cut down to 26. Why? I picked loads of players for every position and then went on it and I'm like, I've got another 10 to pick. Why? Christy Hodcroft, who's got another injury, right? I feel sad for him. I feel sad for him for a couple of ways. He's probably going to miss the World Cup. He moves to Germany, still don't play. He's worth a lot of money. He's a former wonder kid. Can't play any kind of club football. But for me, he's been there for me. 26 caps and all given to him by me. It's the weirdest thing ever. So now we move on a little bit, and I've selected the 26-man squad. Some good players missed out. Johnny Patton at right back, who I've used quite a lot. Alex Nippard, who scored a cracking goal in the Euros final, I know, but it's just gone that way. I found a few other players, which I will show you. And they're just the guys who are performing for club and for me, and maybe at the right age, got the right qualities that I want. And a lot of players, like you've seen, to select, even if they're not all the best. And I felt confident in this squad. Now, you might have noticed Tuchel was at City, apparently. Gets everywhere in this game. He's just been sacked. Now, I don't get offered this job, but I have been offered a lot of jobs while I've been here. Marseille, Werder Bremen, Dortmund, or interviews anyway. There's another Premier League team, pretty decent. It's like Newcastle or something. I've been offered quite a few. So, I don't know. I want to do one more club after this. So then, should we try and quickly, as quick as I can, go through the 26-man World Cup squad. Dom King is still knocking about, and he's still at Leicester. Richard Thompson, still a decent keeper at West Ham. He missed a lot of the Euros. Stuart Moffat, he's playing for Arsenal and getting better. He's now 19. Rico Lewis, I had to bring him. He's still a good player, 33. He plays in a lot of positions. And he just seems to do well for me. Jules Ilunga, he's been my number one right back pretty much, 28 years old. We have James Ward. He's the guy who's pushed out Patton, who's at United. He's an ex-Arsenal lad who's gone to Lazio and done bits and just done really well, so I've picked him. We've got Ben Carroll as well, who is more of a left back and a right back. He's at Liverpool again. He's just come out of nowhere and been doing really well. Mark Bradford, my number one centre half. We've got Aaron, can't say his second name, at West Ham, the left back. Zavas Satpropoulos. He's at Spurs now. He used to be at Millwall, so he's obviously kicked on a bit. 22. He started getting in the team a bit. Sam Ryan, who is, he was a captain, I think, when I took over. And then when I give it to Jude, he fell out with me a bit. But he's kind of got himself back into the team. Sam Wells is a decent player at Villarreal. I think he can play centre half as well. George Armstrong, who is my second centre half, who's at Inter. Didn't notice that. What are you at Liverpool? Gone to Inter Milan. Lovely. Andrew Bishop, been back up right winger. We've got Sir Jude. All hail Sir Jude, who I wish was the captain. I don't get why he doesn't want to be the captain. Archie Gray, who's also getting on a bit, but he's still a solid player in the middle. Don Baker, good young player. I think he was at Man United. He's at Aston Villa now. Astley, he's a guy who's between him and Nippard, and it's not because he plays for United. He's just a good young player who's coming on the way up. Where I think Nippard's, he's like 27, 28. He's all right. We've got Tom Hardy, great name. Again, young United lad who looks fantastic, who's really started to come through. Boulder Stone, backup left winger from Man City. Dimitris, my number one right winger from Manchester United. Mr. Beasley, the captain of his country, still at West Ham. I'm surprised because he's fantastic. Julian McNally, who is a former wonder kid, striker winger. He's at West Ham. Shaquille Van Persie. He's brilliant. Snap him up at 17 if you've got a new save on the go. Jared, my number one striker, scores a goal over a game. And then Nathan Walsh has made it. Great backup. Look, there he is. Johnny permanently off to Roma. So he's not doing as well as he did at Juve. But he's a great player. Striker, attacking midfielder. I think I've got the best team there. Not in the world, but that I could pick. Lots of players who can move around. We'll see what happens. And just like the Euros, we've had 3 friendlies in the build-up to this tournament, sort of, starting with one in March, April time. And that was against Egypt. Don't know why, just fancied Egypt. And we won 2-0. And then England-Scotland games are some of the best. I love them, the passion and everything. So just like the Euro build-up, I wanted to play Scotland. This time I thought, let's go away. And I also kind of used it as an experiment, right? To give guys a game, not disrespecting Scotland, but let's see what you can do against our arch rival at bloody Hampden Park, right? With that atmosphere, see what you could do. And to be fair, they just about did it, right? Because Scotland were better. How we FM'd them, I have no idea. Honestly, no idea, because that Allen lad, who I mentioned earlier, had 2 goals disallowed. Then he finally was like, just get the ball in the net. Balderstone got back, obviously got us 1 first. Then they got us 1, and they were all over us. And then just at the end, they just went, and we just scored 2 easy tap-in goals, really. And then it's a dream of mine. It was a dream of mine. I nearly started this series in Japan, and then thought of the holiday idea instead. It was this close to having it start in Japan because it's a new playable league. It's never really been easy to play in, even if you downloaded it. And I've never been there. And then during the story of this series, I've tried a couple of times and failed to get there. Will they ever get there? Even though the Shadow, if you remember, did that deep fake and besmirched my name across Japan. I won't lie, I'd love to end my career of this road to anywhere in Japan. If that can happen though, you don't know. You don't know where you're going to go. Now we're in Group D for the World Cup, and we've got Honduras, who we should be beating. We've got Serbia, who are very good, trust me, right? Saudi Arabia, who are in the top 50 nations in the world. They have improved. They have some regens. Things have changed in Saudi Arabia. Is it something that's going to happen in the future? We'll have to wait and see. Just a bit, forget Honduras. You know, there's a chance this might go south. Let's have a quick look. And we've got UAE here as well. Bloody hell. These are all the groups. El Salvador. I love what's happening to their country. Have you seen it? Their president could do with him. Here. He's done bits. But yeah, Burkina Faso. Wow. There's some big teams here. There's some shit teams. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna tell you that much. Anyway, here we are, and the groups are over. Now, I think with the Euro episode, the last one, my starting point was at the beginning, and I just played all them games off camera and said that if I didn't get through, I wasn't good enough. I don't know what I would have done. I just felt like this time I was gonna play him because I believed in my team. So this is as far as I've got to the end of the groups, right? But we've done it. As you can see, we didn't win every single game. We drew one against Serbia, who are good. They've got some really good players. And the games we won, we beat Saudi Arabia 4-1. Now, Honduras looks bad, doesn't it? Only 2-0. But I completely B-teamed it. You can see I've got the kid in goal, a few other lads. I've got, I think, Carroll and Ward at full-back. Might have been their first caps, to be honest. McNally up top. My thought is they're shit. Let's not risk anyone. Let's the big boys World Cup start in the next game, and maybe that's why we had a slower start and we drew with Serbia. But you know, it's fine. And then we battered Saudi Arabia. And now, as you can see, we have the Ivory Coast, who have beaten a friendly a couple of years ago. And these are all the teams in the second round. So let's crack on. So I did one of my short little live comms, but there's no point in me throwing that in there. Let's save some time, condense things down, because if we go far into it, there'll be lots of cramming. You know how it works by now. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather we share more exciting things, but we did it. We're here. 3-1 against the Ivory Coast. They scored early, but it was a bit of a fluke, really. I'll be honest with you, because they were shit. And we just showed our class and clicked into gear. Beasley, Baker and Dimitris scoring us 3 and putting us through to the next one. This game gives you challenges, doesn't it? It's only the round of 16. It's not even the freaking quarterfinals, right? Which have also been drawn. And I've got Portugal, the only team to beat me in 4 years. I've got them now. I'm a bit nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a bit nervous because if we could get past them, who've we got? Peru or South Korea? I mean, that's pretty cool. Did they draw all of it? Can you see your full path? I mean, there's some big teams there, isn't there? So before we get into this, I thought we'd have a quick look at the main page. And as you can see, I've got no one in the top charts apart from yellow cards. But I think it's because we are a team. And I love that. I think we're a team. And that's my excuse. Everyone contributes. in their own little way. Or did he? Let's find out. Anyway, well, Ben Carroll has done really well in his 4 games. I'm happy. I'm happy with him. Stuart Moffat, look at him. Don't put the 19-year-old in goal. Forget the others. Start his future now. But then Dom King, who's like came here, has dropped down to like my 3rd choice. He's had to play and done really well. It's mad, innit? I do like it a lot. Goals wise, Jared scored well. I think did he score an hat-trick in 1 game though? I'm pretty sure he did. Don Baker's been performing for me. The captain's done really well. Don't know where Sir Jude is, but it's okay. I really believe this team could. We are the #1 nation in the world. Somehow, we could win the World Cup. It'd be ace to win that World Cup. But now, because it's Portugal and they're the only team to beat me, that psychology's in my head and I'm a bit nervous. So let's just get into it. Well, here we go. Against Portugal at the New Lands Stadium. I had to make a couple of changes. Van Persie's got injured. He's still carrying a knock. He can't start. He's on the bench. I've gone for Balderstone. He's back up at City as well. Backline, I've got Zara Papadopoulos in defence. I've gone for Thompson in goal. I nearly went for the kid. Had a few decisions to make in the middle as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record everything and we'll see what happens. And I'll just hopefully condense it the best I can. Just jibbing for a corner because I'll be honest with you, I might have to pause it in a minute, go make another coffee. I'm feeling it. My wife's gone to stay at a friend's tonight, or last night, in Spalding, which is about 3 hours away. Go! Dimitri! Love you. I'll let you interrupt me. So she's back at dinner time, so I had the boys on my own last night. They're in my bed asleep. Just want to stay asleep while I film this morning. Because once they're up, oh bloody hell, once they're up, all hell breaks loose. You know who else has broke loose? Portugal. I stopped talking then because I thought this will go off. I've just watched more than this. Good 5 minutes of Portugal passing it around and taking the piss out of me, and then Foda, my former player, dinking me goalkeeper. Oh, we're in trouble here. We can't get it past that halfway line. We win balls and we can't get that pass together, that bit of football together that they can. They're getting it and just going. I mean, they just hit the post. Foda just hit the post. They are slick and we're not. We're like off and we're getting beat. It's half time and I'm worried. Now, I'm jumping in here as we break away because they've just cut us to pieces again and hit the post again. Right, come on, Demetrius. Come on, someone from England. 3 lines on your shirt. Here he is, Sir Jude. Come on. Come on, get in. Get in, Jared. Fucking needed that. Scrappy and needed. One thing I've seen too many times from us is short passes. But here we go in a minute. Can we? Oh, you stuck. I thought it was going in. Is Beezer just did it. Great bit of play, and then he's laying it off out wide. Too short. And they're just snatching it. They're quicker. We've got a corner. Set piece magic. Nope. I mean, they are so good to watch. Portugal pinging it about. We've been like this for the majority of my England career, but we're not today. 3-2. Right, it's time to shake it up and go for this. 25 minutes-ish left. 5 changes. 5 key changes, and we might have a penalty. Come on, Sir Jude. Get in. Stuffy bastards. 3-3. So yeah, my fullbacks have been getting dicked. Replaced both their asses. Brought Ryan on in the middle because Don Baker was being shit and getting bossed in midfield. Walsh has come on for Beasley, the captain, who's just a no-show, and McNally on the left because Van Persie's injured. But Portugal are brill. Portugal are brill. And we're shit. Fucking hell! So we're 15 minutes to go. This isn't looking good, is it? It's been a battle. We're not over here though. Here he is, Jared. Come on, Walshy. Everyone's just not on it. They're not good enough. They've not been good enough in this game. So Jude pings out though to Lewis, who's come on. Come on, can someone salvage something for us? No. Them short passes, I am pissed off with every single one of you, and another breakaway. Yeah, we're all a failure today. We're all a failure. And yeah, to cap it all off, the boys are up. They said to make a breakfast and pause it, and then come back to the doom and gloom of us getting knocked out before the quarters. I'll have to resign because I'm pretty sure I'll get the sack. So in 4 years, I've only been beaten twice, and both times was against Portugal. Well, that was disappointing, eh? For a World Cup special episode. We're out. Oh. Give my squad a radical shake-up. It ain't going to be my squad. But, like I've said from the day I took over this job, when it comes to my defence, the players of quality aren't there. They're not there. Van Persie was a miss, but yeah, it's a flat feeling. But you can't win everything, can you? You know, last episode was great. We were on this run. We had so much luck, and we were champions of Europe. And you just put a lot of work into it. You think, God, get to the semis. Well, then I've decided to resign. Although you get two options: resign immediately or resign at the end of the World Cup. I've just said, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up when the World Cup's over. So I think we should jump forward. We'll see who wins it. I've got a flat feeling. I think we'll go to the end of the World Cup, and I'll see what I'm going to do with the rest of this episode, because I don't know. So along with me resigning, Sir Jude has announced his second retirement. He's 35, 184 caps. I was talking to the real Mr. Wolf, my mate Mitchell, in our chat group. He reckons he's going to hit 200, or someone said, I think it was CP actually, he reckons he'll hit 200 caps in real life. We'll have to wait and see. Confirmation on my resignation. It's sad. We've had ups and downs from the heights of the Euros to disappointment of that World Cup, which is more like England, let's be honest. But they're thanking me for my service, and are wishing me the best for the future. At least they are. Can't believe I'm 59 years old. 14 years of experience. What's next? I mean, there's other international jobs available. But do I want to do that? I mean, Argentina. I love Argentina. Imagine going from England to Argentina. When it comes to club football right now, there's only a job in Argentina and a job in Brazil, which I've done 1,000,000 times on the Journeyman, and I'm up for that. I don't know why I'm up for it. I think I need a break. I think if I'm truly honest, I want to chase a dream. Is it going to become a reality? I don't know. Now, their season starts around Christmassy time again. So I think I'm going to have a break in game. And hopefully a job will pop up. And we'll see if I can fulfill a dream to Japan. If not, we'll see. I have no idea where this road's going to take me. And that is the beauty of this series. So thank you very much, as always, for watching. As disappointing as this episode is, especially if you're English, it is what it is. It's football. But I do appreciate you viewing, appreciate you. So show some support. Let's buy the algorithm, hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell, and you will never miss anything that I do. Now, I am getting hounded. I was getting hounded by parts of the press. Now it's the old press and the nation. I need to get out of this country. We need to get back to that flat, my CCPO OBE, and pack up. Let's see what's going to happen next. Maybe we should just ring CP, see if he can help us out. Mate, this is unbearable. We need to get out of here. We need to pack up and go. Get out of the flat and get out of this country. A country I still love very much. Despite the fact I've cleaned those windows about 15 times today, getting tomatoes thrown at them, cabbages, used nappies. I went to put the bin out before and someone flicks a condom at me. And it wasn't a new condom. No, it had stuff in it. Honestly, it's like the Euros have been forgotten. We had a small part of the press after us. Now the whole country feels like it's after us because of our World Cup failure. As soon as we can get out of here, the better. And I know you hate him, but I've called CP. He's got the private jet ready, and he said, don't worry about where you're going. Just get on it and enjoy it. We need a break, fresh start, one last crack at glory, hopefully. So, come on.